About a week ago, Les and I were out shopping and we found an old table, one that was a French provincial table, that had a sticker on it that said, Needs TLC. And I looked at it in all its former glory and thought it absolutely does. It needs tender, loving care. But as a woman, my life can get that way too. Something that was previously very beautiful in my life with neglect can sometimes start looking dusty and dirty and needing redoing. I'm going to encourage you today to really think about TLC, tender, loving care. In this world of real-time media, we get so busy instantly texting and instantly messaging and instantly picking up the cell phone and doing things right this very minute that sometimes we don't take the time to take care of us. Tender, loving care includes not just the people around you, your friends, your family, your spouse, or your children, but it also inquires and requires for you to look at tender, loving care for yourself. As busy moms and wives, or those of us who aren't moms or wives, those of us who are single parents or single people, we don't get much TLC. And the truth is, even when you are married with children around you and an office full of people, TLC may not happen for you specifically, but everybody needs nurturing. Nurturing doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to require a $50 manicure or pedicure or a whole new outfit or something that's very hard to do or takes a lot of time. TLC can be something as simple as recognizing your favorite kind of pen and only buying that type for your work at the office or at your desk. It could recognize that your shoes don't fit correctly and buying a different kind the next time, or changing to a pair you already have in your closet. It could be that your comfort zone is to be somewhere early, so you start stopping accepting appointments at 1 o'clock because you need to travel at 12:45 to get to that 1 o'clock appointment. And so you start having some TLC time to take care of your needs and not be in such a rush all the time. TLC at my house means that I take time to set the table. I really like a pretty table. I like to sit down, and simple meals become glorious when I take the time to prepare a placemat and put out the silverware at the table and to sit down with an iced glass of water or tea and enjoy my family. TLC can also mean the way you speak to yourself. Maybe you've made a mistake and you say, dummy. Catch yourself. You're no dummy. You just made a mistake. Be tender with yourself. Allow yourself to make mistakes, because that's how we grow. Some of the most famous and best things that were created in the world were created because someone kept making a mistake over and over again, and that acknowledged became an invention, it became an innovation. Post-it notes are that way. There are many times that TLC means simply forgiving yourself for not having more energy, forgiving yourself for not having perfection, because after all, it's not perfect, it's process. Look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. Maybe your house is like mine and there's always 35 loads of laundry waiting to be done. And this week you got 5 done and you did every single morning, 1 before work. Or maybe you went through your closet and you gave away 2 sets of clothes this week. Give yourself some TLCs and tender loving care for making progress. Rome wasn't built in a day, and new habits are hard to develop, but one step at a time you can. Be careful about what your TLC involves. Maybe you set the bar too high. Maybe you need a more immediate response or immediate praise or immediate reward for doing something that's hard. We all do hard things, whether it's learning to take care of our bodies and walk more, whether it's giving up caffeine, whether it's managing our money better, maybe it's taking care of our health better. Set small goals and give yourself appropriate responses. Don't wait till you've 6 months down the road and have lost 400 pounds. Make a good choice for today. If you made it through till noon without eating sugar or snacks or something you didn't want to eat, then reward yourself for that. Stop and take time to fix that special cup of coffee, or take time to listen to that special song. So many of the things that are TLC items in your life wouldn't cost a dime to do. I often forget how much I love music, and I forget that I enjoy listening to CDs in the car, and that I could have a radio in the kitchen and in the house and the office to listen. When I taught school, I always had music on in the background. The children worked better, as did I, when there was a low hum of it in the background. It doesn't cost a dime, and I have music in every mechanical thing I have in my office, but had I been turning it on, no, I'd gotten out of the habit. Think about the tender, loving care moments that you appreciate, whether it's cut flowers from your yard, whether it's a wiped off table before you sit down to work. Maybe it's having a special basket that gathers your mail order items or your catalog or your favorite magazines. For me, one of the things is I have a basket next to my favorite chair in the bedroom, and I keep 2 or 3 readable things there that are short and easy reads, because I often don't have but 2 or 3 or 5 minutes between things, but I can go sit down in my favorite chair and read a short article or enjoy a quick chapter of a book I'm enjoying. What are the TLC things in your life? How can you share them with others? How can you share them with friends? It may be the TLC is taking a 5-minute phone break to catch up with a friend you haven't seen in a long time. Or it could be a quick Skype chat. I know that Sarah Cook and I regularly pop in on Skype to reward each other for something we've done and to be able to tell the other, I just finished, great, I learned how to do it. Just having that encouraging time is a tender, loving care thing for me because it stops and affirms that which I'm working hard to do. I know Sarah feels the same way, and having someone on the journey just helps. We're not designed to be in isolation, and sometimes tender, loving care means creating a group of people or a group of friends that you can connect with, whether it's email or Twitter, or whether it's in person to go get coffee or take a walk. What are the tender, loving things you can do for your life that help make it a brighter place so that when you come home, you feel like that you absolutely had the best day possible? We trade in a day of our lives for every day we spend, so let's make sure that we do it in a tender, loving way so that at the end of the day, we know our time was well spent.